had a mermazing week. Last week was so much fun creating all those beautiful crowns. You are all such good artists. I absolutely loved looking at all of the designs you created. You are all so talented and so creative. So I hope that you enjoy this week's craft. This week we will be making a very, very special mermaid wish bottle. Now us mermaids under the sea, we don't need wish bottles because all of our wishes and dreams carry in the ocean and come true in that way. But on land, I found it always a little bit more difficult for wishes and dreams to come true. So I created this special wish bottle that captures all of your dreams and wishes when you sleep. Now this craft is a little bit more tricky, so I definitely ask an adult for help during this tutorial. Everyone, welcome to my new setup. So I'm hoping that this will be a little bit easier for all you little fishes to follow, as I had a few comments last time that my setup was a little bit too confusing to follow. So this time I'll be having me filming with you right now, telling you what to do as we go along, and also the big camera up here is filming all of the stuff that I'll be doing down here as well. So hopefully it will be lovely and easy for you to follow. For this craft you will need a paint palette, acrylic paint, a water mug and paintbrushes, a small craft knife, permanent marker, scissors, plastic bottles, and sponge. Now parents, for the first few steps we will be using a craft knife. This is quite sharp and I would say don't let small kids use them. So please, I'd say, do the first few steps yourself and then leave all the decorating for the kids. To start with, you're going to grab your bottle, or bottles, and you're going to mark on the top a design you'd like. On my bottle, I did mermaid scale shapes on the top. And you're going to mark them with your permanent marker. Brilliant. Then you're going to grab your craft knife and very, very carefully you're going to put a small incision just into the side of the cup, like so. Then you're going to grab your scissors and you're going to pop the scissors into the hole that you've made and cut very carefully around. Beautiful. Then you're going to very carefully cut down each of the individual scales that you created, like so. And then you're going to do it the other way. I'd say this way you'd put your scissors into the cup and cut like so. Now, carefully, you're going to cut off the sharp top, like so. Now this is a basic shape, but still isn't quite smooth enough. Now it's up to you how you'd like to do this next part. You can either with scissors smooth out the edges by cutting very carefully around, or you can use sandpaper. smooth out the edges. Now parents, this is the part where the decorating starts, so feel free to help, but this is where the kids can start to go crazy. Popping your bottles to one side, grab your paint palette and any paint colours you would like. Bearing in mind with this, you're going to be trying to make a lovely ocean type scene. For my mermaid wish bottles, I used a mixture of purple, blue, gold, green, blacks, silvers, anything that I thought I'd find in the ocean. So very carefully you're going to squeeze some paint into your paint palette so that it's ready for your sponge to come and dab it. Beautiful. Then, grabbing your sponge, rip it into a lovely big chunk that you'll be able to use. Grabbing your first bottle, you're going to go in with a dark blue colour. Now I like to mix black and blue together to create this lovely dark blue colour. And you're just going to dab all the way around on your bottle. Now your fingers are going to get painty, so I like to put my hand inside the bottle and hold it like this. And twizzle. And feel free to go in with some other colours as well. This really is a chance for you to go crazy. Pick any colours you'd like that you think would fit. Once your bottles have dried, grab a fairly sized paintbrush and your black, because now it's time to do the detailing. Place your hand inside the bottle, and with the black you're going to create a reef scene on the bottom of the bottle. Just dab the paint. Now, grabbing a smaller brush, dab it on the paper to dry it out, dip it into the paint, because now we're going to be creating some more details. Add little bits of coral and grass. Keeping hold of the same small brush, dip your paintbrush into a little bit of black paint and hold your cup like so. In a space of your choosing, you're going to start drawing a mermaid. Or feel free to find a little picture of a mermaid online and stick it on instead. Now, very carefully you're going to add some more black to create the hair. If you're really super delicate, you can even paint a nose and some lips. we go. Here's our outline. Now, we're going to let this dry and then we'll come back for all the little details again. Now, once your mermaid has dried, we're going to grab the silver paint. And using the other side of our brush, we're going to dip it into the paint. With this side, we're going to just very gently dot onto our mermaid to create little bubbles. And then going in with a brush, you can brush it out into her hair. Beautiful. Now, while you also have the silver paint out, feel free to decorate your wreath as well by using the paint to highlight any lighter bits. Now once you're happy, pop it to the side and then you'll dry. Once it's dry, you're going to grab your gold paint because now we're going to decorate the top. Grabbing your paintbrush again, pop the smaller one back and grab the same medium-sized brush that you used before. Once your paintbrush is dry, dip it into the gold paint and with your cup on your hand, put blotches of gold paint on the top. Once you've covered the tops of all of the scales, pop your paint and your paintbrush to one side and grab the sponge, because now we're going to dab the scales down and blend them into the blues. Now if you want a brighter gold colour, go back in with the paint again and do all those steps again. And there we have it, your very own mermaid wish bottle. Now all you need to do is pop some fairy lights inside and then it will be ready to go. Wasn't that fun? Oh, I'm so happy I have another wish bottle to add to my collection. All of my dreams and wishes will now be kept safe, and yours will too. Well, thank you so much for joining me in a lovely mermazing craft video. I hope you enjoyed this one this week, and I'm sure all of your dreams and wishes will be kept safe. Now, remember to dream big, little mermaid.